So I sat a cup of milk. I used to like sit a cup of milk out, and then I'd like sit on a windowsill or something so that it would, get warm faster.
No.
And there was one day where I was like, you know what, This is
Christian!
it. I'm gonna have the ultimate glass of warm milk, and so I set it out on like a sunny windowsill, and I let it sit there for 24 hours, and then I came back to it, and I was like, this is it. And I took a big gulp of it. It was sour and disgusting, and I did not drink warm milk for the rest of my existence.
You hate
It
me.
was nasty. I don't. Just warm curdled milk is bad.
Cold milk is gross.
What?
It is.
Are you broken, Tucker? Did we break you?
No,
too?
I just don't like milk stories. Okay.
Okay.
Tucker,
One time I drank milk too fast and my chest hurt.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Did milk hurt you as a kid? Did milk steal your lunch money?
Yeah.
This is all terrible.
I went to the doctor today and they had paid programming on the TV.
Go on.
What
What's
are
up
they
with
selling?
that? They were selling a cop cam. It was called cop cam, and it was a square-inch camera that you could put anywhere. And
Anywhere?
the reenactments for that were absolutely terrible because they would be like, they're using, this high-quality studio camera, and then they just put like this border around
Yeah,
it.
like a filter.
Like this, yeah. And then they made it look like it was being like captured by the cop cam.
Whoa.
And it was really bad. Like they were very, very like scared of showing any footage of what the cop cam actually looked like because I'm sure that little square inch thing could not capture very good video. And then, yeah, it was bizarre. And there was like a kid. They were like, put it on your kid's backpack and capture bullying in action.
Oh, no.
And then they had a reenactment, and this kid like pushes him, and the camera's like way too steady. And it's like zooming in on the kid who pushed him, and he's like, "Wow, you're such a loser." It was bad.
Milk
Paid
boy.
programming is a bad
Well,
thing.
At least we kind of have an idea as to what this thing is like. Look, what are you supposed to get the cop cam for? Like what?
I don't know.
what
They
are
were
you
like, yeah, they
observing?
had like people, and they were like, yeah, I was in a relationship, and he just wasn't getting home on time anymore. So I used the cop cam to figure out what was going on, so I could make an educated decision to make me happier.
You can check
That
for.
sounds almost illegal.
Yeah. Or, I'm a single father with 2 children, and it's hard. Life is hard, and so money just started disappearing. But thanks to the cop cam, I figured out exactly why.
I checked my
Why?
wife for colon cancer without her consent. Thanks, Cop Cam.
Yeah. Or they were making the argument that you could use it as a dashboard cam, but it's motion activated, and so if you have it on your dashboard, it's going to constantly be recording, and that's not going to be good for the battery or the storage space.
Stupid grind. What does this have to do with your disturbing milk fetish?
I don't know.
Fetish?
I've noticed that dashboard cameras sell pretty well lately. Do people just like having those in their cars now to like prove fault in accidents or something?
Maybe. I think it was a thing in Russia like 5 years ago.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Everybody wanted to see that comment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Capture people doing strange things on motorcycles in front of you.
Yeah, or like catching the stray tank in Moscow, or
Yeah.
little fist fights with grandma.
How is that not a game? How is that not like a weird horror game where it's like all you see is the dash cam
Ooh.
and weird stuff is happening?
It could be like Her Story, only instead it's like Car Story. Or I don't.
Nailed it.
Ka-chow.
Good job.
I would play this terrible game.
Yikes.
I killed those cops, dude.
This game's violent, Tucker.
If only they had weapons.
Yeah.
Silly Japan. Not
Japan
arming
needs
its
more
police
guns.
force.
Mars needs moms.
Oh, wow. Can you do it, Tucker?
I forget. I'll try. Wee! Wee! Wee!
Wow.
I was gonna say gahaha. Yes. Excellent. Bye.
He goes by now. I like how the camera still follows him after he's off screen.
Yeah.
Oh, this is like that one 80s dystopia sports ball movie.
This is Escape from New York, except it's not at all.
Basketball, starring Will Ferrell.
Is Will Ferrell in basketball? Don't you lie to me about basketball, Christian.
No, he was in All Pro, Semi-Pro.
Semi-pro. Yeah.
The figure skating movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Figure
Will
skating
Ferrell
movie.
movies are strange. They don't age well. Those movies are rated R, but they're best for like 13-year-olds. I've realized.
Yes.
Are you insulting
Yeah.
Step Brothers?
No, I still have fun watching Step Brothers and remembering
Something
it.
about my boats and hoes.
Yeah.
baby.
But like the other guys, I enjoyed that movie a lot as a youngin, and now I watch it and I'm like the joke is that Will Ferrell has a good-looking wife. Like, is that a joke, or is this an excuse for Will Ferrell to have a kissing scene with a good-looking actress? I
Yes.
don't understand.
That's
No, you
added.
see, it's funny because he's abusive.
Yeah,
What are you people talking about?
it is, and because he was an ex pimp,
Gator got his gat.
he does. Gators girls wear jimmies.
What?
They use jimmies.
That's right. Oh, that movie didn't age well. Something about Dirty Mike and the boys and
Yeah,
uh,
having a soup kitchen in his Prius.
a raccoon's placenta shooting out the back window, or I don't.
Huh? What?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it didn't age well.
Is this a movie? What movie
Yeah,
is
the
this?
other guys with Mark Wahlberg. He does the desk pop, and
Yeah, he does.
he's
the
like, "I did my
desktop.
first desk pop, guys."
Is
Yeah.
this
And
is this the detective movie? Where
Kinda.
they're
Kind of.
detectives? Is that what we're talking
it's like
about?
it's the
Buddy
buddy
cop?
cop film where they're both assholes.
With Mark Wahlberg.
Ted.
Yes.
Got it.
I do believe you mean Blaze of Glory.
Didn't Mark Wahlberg have somebody stabbed or something?
Marky Mark?
Yeah,
Like IRL?
I thought there was
Well-
some lawsuit or something where, like, when he
Oh.
was a rapper, he had someone stab someone or something,
Jeez.
and he like
Well,
died.
that
or
would be
something.
a funky bunch of litigation, let me tell you.
push.
Tucker,
Yes,
you really like this game, right?
I do.
What do you like about it?
I like the soundtrack. I like the way it looks. I like playing it as a child.
Oh, okay.
Playing it as a child.
Isn't that the answer for everybody when you ask them that question?
I suppose so.
Maybe.
I don't know. I like. It's like this, but then there's also like another layer to it if you want to go for all the characters and all the challenges and stuff.
It almost seems like a platformer to me,
Yeah.
more so than a skating game.
Yeah.
You're skating while you're platforming.
You say
It looks
I
like
mean, I don't-
what you want to do is collect the stuff and get to where you want to go.
yes.
I don't see this and Tony Hawk Pro Skater as sharing the same DNA, really.
Yeah.
So. They are two different games.
Yeah, there's this Crayola Scoot game that came out not too
Yeah.
long ago. And
Yeah.
everyone's like, oh, it's like Tony Hawk. It's awesome. And then I tried playing it, and the controls aren't Tony Hawk controls. And I was like, this blows, because I want Tony Hawk controls. I don't want to have to use the analog stick to do an ollie.
It's like
and then
skate
like hold down a
controls, right?
button and do stuff do actual tricks. It's kind of like that. It's similar controls, yeah.
Ah,
It's annoying. Can't have it.
get off of me!
Oh, jeez.
Oh!
It's nice how they let you get back up.
Yeah.
They're not trying to hurt you. They're the cops.
Yeah.
Just your
very
friendly
conscientious.
dystopian Japanese police force.
They're a PMC. Private
They really hold
military
on to those
corporation.
little kids, though.
A PMC?
Thanks for the alley-oop on that.
I really love the way Metal Gear Solid would introduce the acronyms.
PS1? That's right, Snake. It's the first PlayStation.
There's only one disc. Nanacon's like, oh yeah, that's right. The Blu-ray disc technology is dual layered, which allows us to fit even more on a single disc. No need to worry, Snake.
I
He's like,
respect that. That whole section of that game is just the game falling apart at the seams, though. I don't
That
know.
also means that they're gonna have to either take out that portion or rewrite that portion if it ever gets ported elsewhere.
I am terrified.
Or
I
just leave it
feel
in.
as though you should expect it to.
Yeah.
It seems really weird to me that they haven't.
Yeah.
Oh, they will.
Right, but
And
I mean,
they won't put the care in to actually change that. It'll just be the same.
Yeah. Like how if you play Metal Gear Solid 1 on PSP and then you gotta put the controller in port 2, so you know, push the menu button, you go into switch controller ports and then you move it down to 2 and then you beat the boss.
Michael didn't do
Or-
that.
or and hear me
Or
out.
knife it, punch him.
You knife the statue head and then you just punch him
Yeah.
a bunch.
I'm so
Heck
proud
yeah.
of you for doing that, Michael. Against my own word,
Mm-hmm.
I said, Michael, don't do that. That's foolish. And you
But
said,
Michael did that.
no.
He got these.
You got
I
the
am in fact the
trophy.
fool.
Yep.
Christian, is there a game you don't want to have trophies? Because there's a lot of games I don't want to have trophies.
Yeah, I mean, there's plenty. Hitman 2 is probably one because that game has like 80 trophies and no platinum, which is a sad state of affairs.
There's no platinum? How is there no platinum? Whoa.
I think they're doing it because Hitman 1 didn't have a platinum because that was episodic, and so that game ended up with like 70 trophies and then never got a platinum.
That's funny.
But this Hitman 2 isn't episodic. They just released the whole thing.
Oh. That,
So
I thought, isn't there some sort of stipulation that you have to have a platinum?
I thought there was, but I don't know. Sony is just fast and loose with all their platinum rules because I guess they have like a rule set for like your game has to have this in order to have a platinum. But apparently, if you're like an indie dev and you're like, we're having a platinum, they're like, oh, okay, that's fine. Go ahead.
I know Xbox had like a strict trophy gamer score count,
Yeah,
but
had to have 1,000 or something.
yeah, it was 1,000. If you were a mainstream like AAA game, you had to have 1,000.
Like Trials Fusion.
But
Here it is.
huh?
1,000.
I feel like I want to plat a game sometimes, and then every time I look at the plat, I
Oh.
decide this won't be that game.
That's okay. That's life. You know, that's
How do
life.
Michael,
I brainwash myself into?
all that exists there is emptiness, Michael. You just stare. Here's what happens, Michael. Here's the experience of getting a platinum. You get the platinum, and then you go to your trophy list and you look at it, and then you turn
Yeah.
off the TV, and all you see is your reflection.
Oh.
Just
Christian, is that what
staring.
it's like 80 times later?
A little older.
Yeah. Yeah, I get really excited whenever I get one, though. You know, I do a little dance. I, like, jump up and squeal every time I get a platinum trophy. Because I've only experienced that sensation, like, 81 times. So
Christian squeeze.
you got to cherish it every time it happens. I had a dream a couple days ago that I had, like, 112 platinums. And I was like, wait, why didn't I celebrate number 100? What happened? How did I miss number 100? And I was angry at myself. And then I woke up in my 81 platinum world, and I was like, okay, everything's fine.
Do you have a dream number 100? Is there
Oh,
a game that
that's
is set
tough.
aside to be plat
No.
100?
No, there isn't one. I probably should, though. That's a good idea. Man. I wanted to set aside one to be 50, and I figured Crash 1, 2, and 3 was a good, 48, 49, 50. Figured that was good enough.
Yeah,
That's-
I feel like that's a.
Wait. Is that true? Because that means that the timeline is crazy. Because what are you
Yep,
on
I
now?
believe so. I'm on, like, 81.
So it took you up until the Crash remasters to get to 50, but then you got 30 since then?
I guess so, yeah.
That's wild, Christian.
Yeah.
Christian, what was the hardest plat you've ever done?
Trackmania Turbo sucked. That was very
Oh, yeah.
difficult. Star Wars Battlefront 2 sucked, but that was just a grind fest. So it wasn't that hard. I don't know what else was hard. I think Trackmania Turbo is probably the hardest.
Was it also maybe the hardest fun one? Is there a fun plat? Was there ever a plat you got where you're like, this was a good time. I would do this again.
Yeah, Burnout Paradise. I got the platinum in that in under 24 hours,
Yeah.
and it was a blast beginning to end. Or Arkham Asylum. I played through the remastered version of that and 100%ed it in under 24 hours and had a good time.
Okay.
It feels good when you're just popping off those trophies left and right. It's a good feeling.
Rock you.
Oh, I like that one.
That's like a little lamb.
Little lamb, won't you come in?
I wish Black Ops 4 didn't have trophies.
Of my chinny chin.
And welcome back to our second recording session. This is Tucker, we got Michael, we got Christian. We're gonna do another hour and a half of Jet Set Radio Future. What do you guys think about pancakes? Pancakes. We're
I
talking
learned
about
today that on
pancakes.
Twitter, apparently librarians prefer waffles to pancakes.
That's
Okay.
a bold claim.